This is an overview of the Solow growth model, also known as the Solow-Swan model or neoclassical growth model, a fundamental concept in macroeconomics. This video also explains how artificial intelligence can help develop the model to an advanced level. But first, subscribe and click the bell for all notifications. We will quickly look at Robert Solow's economic views, which were nuanced and evolved. Still, he is generally considered more aligned with Keynesian economics than pure free market capitalism. Here's a more detailed explanation. Keynesian influences. Solow was influenced by Keynesian economics and incorporated some Keynesian ideas into his work. He believed in the importance of government intervention in certain circumstances to stabilize the economy. Neoclassical synthesis. Solow was part of the neoclassical synthesis movement, which attempted to integrate Keynesian macroeconomics with neoclassical microeconomics. This approach acknowledges both market forces and the potential need for government intervention. Mixed economy advocate. He supported a mixed economy, believing that markets and government have important roles. This view is more aligned with Keynesian thinking than with pure laissez-faire capitalism. Growth theory. His growth model focuses on long-term factors like capital accumulation and technological progress, but doesn't preclude short-term Keynesian interventions. Pragmatism. Solow was known for his pragmatic approach to economics, focusing on empirical evidence rather than strict ideological positions. Critiques of pure free market ideas. He has been critical of some purely free market ideas, particularly in later years. For example, he expressed skepticism about the efficiency of financial markets during the 2008 financial crisis. Social concerns. Solow showed concern for issues like income inequality and environmental sustainability, which aligns more closely with Keynesian perspectives than with some interpretations of capitalism. Policy views. He generally supported active fiscal and monetary policies to combat recessions, a typically Keynesian stance. In summary, while Solow incorporated capitalist and Keynesian thinking elements, his overall approach and policy recommendations align more closely with Keynesian economics. However, it's important to note that he was not a strict adherent to any single school of thought, preferring a more flexible, evidence-based approach to economic analysis and policy. This is an overview of the Solow growth model, also known as the Solow-Swan model or neoclassical growth model, which is a fundamental concept in macroeconomics. Here's an overview of its key aspects. The basic premise of the Solow growth model is to explain long-term economic growth by examining three main factors: capital accumulation, labor or population growth, and increases in productivity, which we often refer to as technological progress. Now let's dive into the key components of the model. First, we have output, denoted as Y, which represents the total production in an economy. Next, there is capital, represented by K, which refers to the physical capital used in production. Then we have labor, symbolized by L, which stands for the workforce. Finally, there's technology, denoted as A, which captures the efficiency of production processes. Moving on to the production function, it's expressed as Y equals F of K, L, and A. This is often represented using a Cobb-Douglas function, which looks like this. Y equals A times K raised to the power of alpha times L raised to the power of 1 minus alpha. Capital accumulation. The model assumes that saving leads to investment and increasing capital stock. Diminishing returns. As more capital is accumulated, its marginal product decreases. Steady state. The model predicts that economies will eventually reach a point where investment in new capital offsets depreciation and population growth. Convergence. The model suggests that poorer countries should grow faster than rich ones, eventually converging to similar per capita income levels. Exogenous factors. Population growth and technological progress are treated as exogenous, meaning they are determined outside the model. Policy implications. The model suggests that increasing savings rates can lead to higher growth in the short to medium term, but not in the long run. The model doesn't explain the source of technological progress, which is crucial for long-term growth. Now let's consider how AI might impact these limitations and the overall growth model in 2025. I've created an artifact outlining how AI might impact the Solow growth model by 2025, addressing many limitations. This analysis suggests that AI could significantly alter how we model and understand economic growth. Some key takeaways are: AI could make technological progress more endogenous to the economic system. It might require us to consider new forms of capital and factors of production. AI could help create more complex and realistic economic models. The widespread adoption of AI might lead to growth patterns that deviate from traditional predictions. These changes might affect economic policymaking. Endogenous technological progress. AI could make technological progress more endogenous to the economic system. AI systems might autonomously generate innovations, potentially accelerating technological change. Complex economic relationships. AI could help model and account for more complex economic relationships, allowing for more nuanced versions of the Solow model that better reflect real-world conditions. Heterogeneous capital. AI might be considered a new form of capital, distinct from traditional physical capital. This could necessitate revising the model to account for AI as a unique factor of production. Human capital enhancement. AI could augment human capabilities, effectively increasing the value of human capital. This might require the model to account more explicitly for human capital and its AI-enhanced productivity. Institutional and policy modeling. Advanced AI systems could help model the impact of institutions and policies on economic growth, potentially addressing this limitation of the original Solow model. Short-term predictions. AI's ability to process vast amounts of real-time data could help model short-term fluctuations alongside long-term growth trends. Dynamic savings rates. AI could help model more realistic dynamic savings rates based on various economic factors and individual behaviors. Environmental considerations. AI could help incorporate environmental factors into growth models, accounting for resource depletion and environmental impacts. Income distribution analysis. AI systems could model the distributional effects of economic growth, potentially extending the Solow model to address income inequality. Innovation dynamics. AI might help model complex innovation processes, potentially capturing the dynamics of creative destruction and disruptive technologies. Productivity jumps. The widespread adoption of AI could lead to significant productivity increases, potentially causing growth patterns that deviate from the smooth curves predicted by the original Solow model. Labor market shifts. AI could dramatically alter the labor market, potentially changing the relationship between labor and output in the model. Capital-labor substitution. AI might accelerate the substitution of capital for labor in many industries, potentially altering the capital-labor dynamics in the growth model. Data as a factor of production. AI's reliance on data might require the model to consider data as a new factor of production alongside traditional capital and labor. Global interconnectedness. AI could enhance global economic integration, potentially requiring modifications to the model to account for increased international flows of knowledge and technology. The next video will explore more insight into the impact of artificial intelligence on humanity. Thank you for